Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and
Okay. Joe said, look, get to it. Happy Women's History Month. We are continuing, I should say, because we kicked it off with Allison Vaughn. I don't know if you've met her, Allison Vaughn. Mama, we definitely, if you have not already met her, Mama Shu, you have to meet her. You are two phenomenal women in the community. But welcome back to Rocki's Reality. I wasn't here last week, but we are back. Continuing. Yes, thank you, Joe. Women's History Month. Listen, y'all know I always have to do my Women's History Month, and I'm just elated that I have so many women to choose from. So many women to choose from. And Mama Shu been on the radar for a while, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, because y'all know how I stalk people. And I want to just give you your flowers right now, Mama Shu. I just have the utmost admiration and respect for what you do. So thank you. CNN hero, y'all. Listen, not just a hero. She's not just a hero around here in the hood, but nationwide, global. Okay. So Mama Shu, you all, is a mother. And this how I love first that she said in her bio. She's a mother, an educator, an activist. Well, I'm not gonna read the whole bio. Y'all know how I do, because we just gonna get into the conversation, and she can just detail all the different magnificent things she's done. But I want her to pronounce her name for me so I don't butcher it.
So I am I am Shamayim Mama Shu Harris.
Shamayim.
Yep, Shamayim.
That is beautiful, and it means
Heavens.
Heavens. She said it means heavens in Hebrew.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. That is beautiful. But we know her as Mama Shu, y'all.
That's right.
Okay. From here, from HP.
Right.
From those who are not from Detroit, that means Highland Park representing. So, and I've always admired people from Highland Park too, because it's like we kind of like people from the East Side. It's like we kind of the underdog. People be trying to put us down. You know what I'm saying? But we have always proven that we are gems. So welcome to you. Welcome again, Mama Shu, for being here, because I know you have a tremendously busy schedule with all that you do. And if you all do not know, she is the founder of the Avalon Village, which is located in Highland Park on Avalon Street between Woodward and 2nd.
Correct.
And it is, I want to say it's an urban oasis. I don't even know really how to describe it. It's just and we're going to go into a video in a little bit, and you all see she just has everything you would need. It's definitely like a little village. It's definitely like a village. They got a store. They got the gazebo where you can chill with your drink. They have the garden if you hungry. They got the house where the children can do their homework. Okay. I mean, it's just
basketball court.
Got the hoops. Mama Shu, hats off to you.
Thank you.
Started with 4 lots, and now it's grown to 40. So is that in a matter of like 2 to 3 blocks?
Most of it is on the first block between Woodward and 2nd Avenue. So that is the village owns about 95% of that block. The second block, it is a couple scattered on that block, but mostly on the first block, which we call our downtown area of the village.
And it does
like
look
where
like
all the happening type stuff happens, where the homework house is, where the basketball court, we have our own village hall. Like you said, we have a gazebo, we have some we have businesses there as well, just all of that kind of stuff, bonfires, everything, STEM lab, the homework house for the children. So that's what the intention for that block is, to be like the downtown, to have all of the things that a downtown would probably have, and that does have.
I love that. Now, is it just for kids from Highland Park? Are other children welcome
to come to the homework house,
or just in general?
Well, the village is a village, so it's like a place. So it's for all kinds of people to come, all ages and everything. However, we do have the homework house is for children ages kindergarten to 12, and we've just added night school that starts in adult school, I should say, to
I
finish, get your
love it.
GED and get your high school diploma.
I
So they're
love
registered for
it.
that. We have 10 spaces available. So we just added that to our programming inside of the homework house. So that'll be, of course, before the younger children get there.
I
And
love
so
it.
the homeschool hub, where we have families that choose to homeschool and they may want to come to the homework house to get extra resources and classes and just have space and use some of our resources there. It's available for them, and give them, it's homeschool. They do the class that they do there, but they can come there and socialize with other parents who choose to homeschool their children.
I love that. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, Mama Sure, she got everything. And she got stuff for the adults too. We're gonna get into the
Oh
wine
yeah.
and wangs in a little bit, the adults, the after dark. But Mama Sure,
Mhm.
what you were an administrator for 27 years in Highland Park schools
No,
or
so
DPS?
Detroit schools. I'm gonna say Detroit schools. I started in 1985, and my first school that I worked at was Osborne High School.
Oh wow.
And then I worked at King for a bunch of years, and I did a couple of other elementary schools. And then my last school days was our school's Aisha Shule in the W.B. Du Bois Academy, and I was an administrator there. And so it was a African centered school here in Detroit, and so I was there for the rest of my days. And then I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go do my nonprofit. And do my work and do my ministry work, and broke off and just stepped on off and just started doing it full time.
So what? Because working in schools and with in the high school too, Mama Sure,
Mhm.
bless you. What were some things you learned that helped you create and your nonprofit in Avalon Village? Like what
So,
was it some things you saw while you were there? You were like, it's a gap here. I need to fill that void.
well, specifically, I would say one of the things would be the homework house, the creation of that, because I saw sometimes the classrooms were overcrowded. Sometimes the children, uh, they didn't have clean uniforms, or they didn't have lunch money, and it was always something. They didn't have their homework
Mhm.
or help with their homework or support.
Mhm.
And so that was the reasoning. Like, what, I'm gonna build a homework house to just be able to at least capture some of that. Sometimes their gas and lights and water was cut off, couldn't clean their uniform. So the homework house has those kind of things that I saw
So
every
it's a
day.
washer and dryer there at the
It's a
homework
washing
house?
machine and dryer.
Okay.
It's a music studio there. They can do, it's just all of it's snacks, it's all a bunch of supplies, printers, everything there for them to be able to sit too comfortably on beautiful couches and look at beautiful artwork on the walls too. So I made it very, very aesthetically beautiful and comfortable. And they also have uh dinner too.
Mhm.
And they can have
Right.
dinner and snacks and all of that.
So all those things, because if I'm hungry at school, I'm not thinking about I'm not
Hmm.
concentrating on doing work.
Right.
And I think that's something that and as the social worker in me, I was telling you before we started, I was watching it. We'll get into the CNN video in a little bit. I was actually sobbing because the social worker in me knows what that's like for children to be really struggling.
Hmm.
They are really in families to be struggling and not have the just basic resources to succeed. So it really touches my heart when it's women and people like you in the community who are providing that, because a lot of times parents might be grieving or traumatized and stressed themselves.
That's right.
Okay. And so my thing is hurry up, get ready in the morning so I can drop you off so I can get to work. And I don't have time for you to be fidgeting or acting up at school. But then you might be acting up at school because you're hungry or some medical need is not being met. Or like you said, you'd have water to clean your uniform and now you're being teased. So just fulfilling those basic things that sometimes on the exterior people do not realize and see. When we see stories on the news, we don't realize that those are some of those basic things that
The
are
basic
missing.
things. And we also, the homework house is there too to support uh, families, like you said, specifically. Sometimes the parents are incarcerated, or sometimes they
Mhm.
are being raised by maybe the grandparents
Grandparents, yep.
and things like that. And so a lot of times, maybe those grandparents don't know all of the stuff about algebra and just things.
I
They
don't. Even as a mama, I have to get my son a
right,
tutor. I'm like, especially this new math, right?
right.
Because the parents have, and not to mention, what if you have a special needs child,
Hmm.
right? What if my child has ADHD or they are on the autism spectrum, or just if they're an asthmatic child and they need a nebulizer 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those things are, as busy mothers, we know when something is going on with our children, that halts everything.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to concentrate. So I know so many mothers have been grateful to you for that. So you definitely an angel here on earth. And I admire your perseverance,
Thank
because
you.
of course I want to get into how you turned, as you said, you went from blight to beauty.
Mm-hmm.
How you took a tragedy and triumphed. And so talk about how that the death of your son led to you, or was Avalon Village an idea before he passed away, your
So,
youngest?
so I would say that
And his name was Jacob.
Jacoby was my baby boy.
Okay.
My other son was Chinyelu.
Okay.
That was the 23-year-old. But I would say that it's always been in my heart and everything, neighborhoods. Even when I was just younger, I was always that girl that walked and sat on the porch and talked to the elders, and I
Mhm.
was selling Avon and Tupperware and stuff. I'm just saying, I just was always
Right.
very involved
Yeah.
in what was going on in my neighborhood. We had some friends. We were teenagers, and one of them got pregnant and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, the baby coming. It's nothing that we can, folks was mad at it and stuff, and calling you fast and everything. I was like, well, the baby's
Mm,
coming, so let's do a baby shower in our own teenage
mm.
way. And we did. And we, it was just stuff like this. So I was always happy to be involved and to be helpful in where I lived. And it was a very, very beautiful experience for me. It was just
'Cause
the
that's
way,
how we were raised, though.
yeah, the
That's
way
how we
that
were
the
raised. We
yard
take
was
care of
looking, and
each
we was
other.
yes, it just was so
Right.
beautiful. And so I remember, to me, neighborhoods are foundations. And I knew that I grew up in a beautiful neighborhood and looked at beautiful flowers and homes and people who cared. And so, yeah, I felt that children, and that should be a foundation where they live. They should be able to feel safe and secure
Yeah.
and be able to eat and have folks look out after them. So I believe that that was always something, just deep down inside, that I really, really cared about. But my ancestors and also elders that are in my life too, we were taught to we had to do something like that in our communities. We
Yeah.
need to turn some stuff
Absolutely.
around. Whatever it is that we can do, that's
Yeah.
what we need to be doing.
Right.
And
And
so
use what we got to
use what
get
we
it
got.
done.
And so I was
Yep.
very serious about
Yep.
that. And I just was actually obedient about that. Okay, then this is what we're supposed to do. And was groomed by other folks who did the same thing, institution build, and provided and built up the community and everything. So it's all of that coupled with all of that. And then, yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take this chunk of this block right here. And this is where I'm just going to do my work, my ministry as well. So
And what made you pick Avalon Village? Like that's specific, because you grew up in Highland Park, of course. So
I was born in Highland Park. I grew up in Detroit. Then
okay.
I moved back to Highland Park to
Mm.
do business, and then also my family, we moved there. We bought a house. Well, we rented a house on Rhode Island Street, and
Mm.
so that's where all my kids and my Jacoby's daddy at the time was. That's where we lived, and we ran a store called the Black Hole,
Mm.
WHOLE. It was a collective of businesses
Mm.
on Woodward Avenue. So that's what was going on. And so Avalon Street is on the other side of Woodward Avenue. And I would pass that street every day going to my school job,
Mm.
going to Aisha Shule and the W.B. Du Bois Academy. And I would just pass that block, and I would look down like, wow, look at that raggedy block. But wow, I would specifically look at the house that I'm in now. I was
Mm.
like, they need to move out that house. I'm going to put my ministry over there. So I'm going to put the homework house, and just really envision
Right.
what the
Right. You were
blighted block looked
manifesting it
about.
in that
Yeah.
moment.
And I'm
Yes.
just driving by looking at it like, why the heck is it just so tore down over there? Because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
horrible over there. I'm like, what is
Mm.
going on over there?
This is around the time. Around what years was this?
This was in 2000, and I'm gonna say 3, 4,
Okay, because
5
Avalon
around.
Village is about 15 years, a little older.
It is because after
Okay.
my son Jacoby was the hit and run happened on Avalon Street. Uh we moved. We like 6 months after it happened, the house became available. The one that I looked at for so many
Oh
couple of
Lord.
years. Yeah,
Wait a minute, how can you how do you do that? Your baby got hit on that street, Mama Shoe.
he
How
didn't get
can you do that?
on Rhode Island.
Oh, he got hit
He
on.
got on Rhode Island.
Okay,
And
okay,
then the
okay,
Avalon Street was the street that I looked at and was like,
okay.
why isn't anything going on over
Right,
there?
okay.
And so 6 months after he did get the hit and run happened, the house that I was looking at on Avalon Street
Okay.
became available.
Oh,
And I happened to
okay.
be driving to work one day to the school job, and I saw a dumpster on the side of in the driveway, and I just made a U-turn. I'm like, what is that? And I turned, and then there was a sign in the window, and I called the number, and they said the house was $5,500. And I said that I had $3,000 and I didn't have $3,000. I'm like, I got to get this $3,000. You know how we do, like,
Right,
okay,
listen. I got it. I got
I
it.
can
It's
get it
coming.
up,
It's coming. It's
and that's
coming.
what
Yep.
I did. I got the money up, and then I was able to get. That was the very first thing, and simultaneously, we started Jacoby Robb Park, named after Jacoby, and so those were simultaneous things, and ended up living in the house, moved in the house, and it was boarded up, and it was unboarded for after, I think it was boarded up for like a year. Then it just took layers of it off and started working on the park. And it took about 8-9 years maybe to clean up all the lots on the block and the alleys, and just kept at it every single year. And then I didn't start owning the property until about 2016, 2017. So I just basically worked on the land and put the good vibrations in, and I knew exactly what just put in the intentions of what we wanted to do with it, and that's what happened.
Now, how did you get people to help you? Did you have like friends and family? Did you like advertise? Like, how did this? Hey, Sydney, that's my daughter. How did you? How did you? Because that's a lot. Or did I mean?
Well, at first, when I said that I'm gonna build a village over here, and this is we gonna change all this lots, we gonna make this and that happen. Sometimes people think that you are not well, So yeah, it was like, so you was crazy, and when okay, we'll see and everything. But I was like, no, I said we can do this, So it wasn't like it was a thing that organically happened too, And so working in the school system, and just having my neighbors, and then across the street, the homeless, there's a homeless shelter for men. I recruited them, and I made a job crew, and I think I paid them like $25 a day for 4 hours, and then lunch, give them some food, and then I made a little area, a bench area, and then I had some sand in a can and everything, just in case they smoke cigarettes and all that. Like, y'all can sit over here, because they had a certain time they had to get back to the shelter. And so I'm like, okay, but those guys are the ones who helped me with the heavy lifting of the big boulders. The houses was torn down, and the children, they needed what is it, community service hours. So y'all come on over. So that's how I would recruit the kids. Come on over here and help Mama Shoe clean up this space. And they did. And then it just grew and grew and grew into volunteer groups wanting to come by and come and help and build and everything. And so that's how it is now. We have a volunteer department. So we have volunteers that come out, they get their lanyards and their lunch. It's a whole system, and they sign up and everything. They get police clearances and all of that to be able to come and volunteer. So
I love
that's
it.
how it happened.
And all of this has just garnered national and international media.
Yeah.
The Ellen Show, NBC Nightly News. I mean, Huffington Post. Just it's so many. And they should be aware. I'm grateful for that they know. And now with the CNN hero, let's take a look at that clip, y'all. The clip I was balling at. I won't ball today though.
Don't do it, Rocki.
But I want you all. We're just gonna watch about maybe 3 to 4 minutes of it, because I want people to really see just how magnificent Avalon Village is. I mean, it's just like an oasis in the middle. And it's just amazing how it's kind of like the rose that grew out of the concrete, so to speak, because it's just amongst so much. And that's what I love about Detroit, how we have just like pockets of beauty.
Yep.
That's why I tell people, like, you really have to just come and see the city. So let's go ahead and go into that clip. This is when she spoke with CNN for the CNN Hero.
Yep.
So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Let's give her a hand on that. She is one of CNN's 2023.
2023
Yeah, but
heroes,
it was just designated in November of
and
last year, I believe.
December was the big ceremony and everything. Yep.
You went to New York?
We did. We had
is that the picture we saw where you were on the stage?
Yeah, we was practicing. That was a rehearsal right before the thing
God.
went down the next day.
What was that like as Joe is bringing it up? What was that like though, that moment?
That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was just beautiful, and meeting all of the other heroes that was chosen to the 9, just their work was just out of sight. But just being there, it was just really, really it was an honor to be chosen, and just to among so many to be top 10 of anything is badass to me.
Right, listen, and to be from Highland Park, Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, like the Black woman. Like seriously, like CNN is a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. USA Today, that is a huge deal. Like, and of course you have so many accolades from around the city as well in Michigan. So again, just kudos. So yeah, let's watch. Y'all brace yourselves. This is really gonna touch y'all.
Oh
So
my goodness.
y'all know I'm extra dramatic, but no, it is definitely a beautiful story.
I love this video though.
Is that they did well. I love it. So
job.
let's watch about 3 to 4 minutes of it.
Highland Park, Michigan is a struggling city. We have a lot of blight here, unfortunately. I think that what happened here happens in a lot of cities with the crime, crack, the schools started getting closed down and folks start moving out. I was devastated about what I would see walking around. As a citizen, I wanted to live in a beautiful city. I wanted flowers. I wanted beautiful grass. I wanted thriving businesses. I felt that that is what we deserve. On September the 23rd, 2007, my son, Jacoby Ra, was outside playing. They were crossing the street and a car came and just was speeding, and Jacoby got hit by the car. Jacoby was 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days old. Man, I remember that day so fresh. Yeah, it was really devastating to lose him. But the next day, when I actually woke up, I'm like, oh my God, I lived through this. I needed to just basically change grief into glory, pain into power. I just tried to transform it and make it into something bearable and something beautiful. I would look at this block like, wow, man, if we just clean up this block and do this and do that. And I just had dreams about it. I really did. 6 months after Jacoby got killed, this house became available. This very house that I was just always staring at, this very block that I used to look down and just dream about some of the things that I wanted to put on the block. So I called the real estate folks and they wanted $5,500 and I didn't have $5,500. And I said, I'll give y'all $3,000, and I didn't have the $3,000 either. I just had to make sure I got it up. You know how you just like, I want it, I got it. Folks thought that I was crazy, like that lady crazy, talking about she about to buy that block and fix it up and everything, because they didn't see actually crystal clear. I saw crystal clear what it could look like. It took about 8 years or so to actually clean up the block. We were able to get the adjacent lot and then also started buying the lots next door. It started off with maybe like 4, and now we have 45 lots. We kept buying the land because it was so many things inside of my head that I wanted to actually build for the people. The homework house is a space where children can come after school. They can do homework, have tutors, have just different counseling sessions.
My soul is yours, you don't have to answer.
The children can make music, computers, 3D printers, a library is inside of there. And it is meant to look like a home, to smell like a home, to be decorated like a home, and everything.
This is a rook. What is this?
Bishop, Queen.
My children get a sense of community here.
You are doing great. You're doing great.
They love coming here.
This is your two liquids together.
It's important for my children to see what beauty can come out of nothing. That's a very good example for anybody in this community.
That's 3 of them. I need 3. I do want to make sure that they get all the attention and love that they deserve.
Put up. Yay. You got it. You got it.
I worked in the school system as an administrator for 27 years. And what I saw was overcrowded classroom space. That was one of the things that I wanted to make sure that the children had, just an abundance of basically what was lacking in maybe their school setting or in the home life. Girl, look. I know, look at this.
Those are beautiful.
Ain't these sweet? The Goddess Marketplace is an economic initiative for women entrepreneurs, and actually it is in a shipping container. This is some of our most exquisite things. Look at this one right here. I want this one, and this one.
Y'all
It's a
have to
space
go to
where
the
women
CNN
entrepreneurs
site
can
to see
come.
the rest of it. But I love that. So the Goddess Marketplace, while we on that, and I have to go there. Like, what's the hours for that?
So in April, we go back to 3 days a week, Fridays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 11 to noon to 6 Thursday and Friday, and then 10 to 8 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday is where the multiple women businesses pop up. The season starts the day before Mother's Day and it ends the last Saturday in October. So all of those months, every Saturday, women entrepreneurs pop up. Along with that, the shipping container is open as well. But it's basically like an open marketplace. There's
Can they apply to be
music.
vendors or
Yes, and that's
okay?
happening. They can go online actually right now
Okay.
at the Avalon Village, www.theavalonvillage.org. There's a form, an interest form, if you want to become part of the Goddess Marketplace this year. So we're going to have 13 red tents and all of that. And we're also working on the expansion of it, which is a space a lot across the street that I'm building. It's like a mini mall. It's a Goddess Marketplace mall setting with shipping containers. So I'm designing that right now. It's like we're having meetings about this. So that's happening. That's what's coming this year. But yep, the pop-ups come, women businesses, they're able to show off their wares and their services and food and everything. So it's just a really cool place to hang out in the village with the stores popping and everything.
I
Yep.
love that. And then they have their own soap here, Dope
Yes.
Girl Soap, or is it Dope Soap?
Yep.
That Mama Shoe's husband, Roy, he's the one who makes it, y'all.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Let's be clear. The men be doing it, okay? We men be doing it. I love it. And I thank you.
You're welcome.
I
And we also
appreciate it. I
make
love
truth
this.
paste as well.
Is that
The
in here
toothpaste-
too? Or no, but
You didn't
that's
put
okay.
the
I'm gonna come
toothpaste-
get some.
Yes, you need to get some of
Yeah.
that. I'm telling
I
you.
love it. And I
Yes.
appreciate they brought me a little bag of gifts, y'all. And I
Got you some
appreciate it.
crystals in there and
Because
incense.
my birthday is Sunday. So
Oh,
yay. I love it. I
okay.
appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Happy
And I'm gonna have to
birthday
come
early.
to the thank you. I'm gonna have to come to the Goddess Market.
Mhm.
That's opening in April.
April. Yep, back in April, full fledged. We do once. Right now we do Saturdays from noon to 6. That's
Mhm.
it.
I
So that's
love
when
it.
the colder season is.
Yeah.
And so we do, and then we also do private shopping. So if
I
anybody
love
call
that.
and say, "Hey, I want to get a gift or whatever," out, that's the private shopping experience.
Mama Shoe. Listen, she knows she be getting it in. Mama Shoe, how you get all these ideas? Like, how did it start and you just built so much? And this shipping container idea is pretty clever. Like, because Ellen DeGeneres donated one. Is that correct? Or she donated?
She donated. It wasn't a shipping container. What was donated was it was a prefab house.
Okay.
So it was basically a house that was actually delivered, but it's long like a shipping
Okay.
container.
Okay.
It's actually a little bit bigger than a shipping container. It's rectangular.
Okay.
And we were able to use that as our village hall. So that is our village hall where we have our security office, because we have our own security crew at the
Oh.
village. We have our own public works department. We have our own educational support system,
Oh.
the health and wellness phase, all of that. We have all of that on one block.
I love it. And you know what? I'm glad you said security, because you have to be vigilant. Because that's what I was thinking. Like, it's so many, things there and resources. I was wondering what are some challenges you've had with protecting that?
So really not a lot of challenges. My son Chinyelu, he got shot and he was killed doing security there in the village, right across the street.
Mm.
Right now we have his shrine there. It's called the Invincible Garden. So it's a beautiful flower garden and windmills, and they built a gazebo. His friends and volunteer Ted helped to build a beautiful gazebo. But other than that, the block was really notorious even before then. It was Avalon Street
We
was
protect
like
our own.
people did not
Okay.
know. But I'm just
Okay.
saying, even when before we built what we built, it was a block known that people didn't want to come down. They didn't. It was like it was really it was a lot of crime. Of course, it was a lot of drugs, in which it happens, a lot of killing and stuff, specifically on that block. And a lot of people couldn't believe that I was over there working. They was like, "Mama Shoe, you know where you at?" I'm like, "It's Avalon Street." Well, I didn't know that it had the reputation that it did, but organically and I think intuitively, I'm like, you know what, this is a good place. And so right now what happens is that there's no trash, there's no debris, there's a great respect for the space. And they just
excuse me,
they make sure that everything is cleaned up so nobody really litters on the space. Yeah. And we just built a nice energy and a nice vortex of peaceful energy and good vibrations and positive and healthiness over there, that that negative element really can't stay long.
I love that. I love that. Okay. And I love that it's a protected space in a way. People have got to.
Yes,
Yeah.
they respect it and they understand what's going on over there. But at the same time, we do have the Avalon Village Peace Team, and they take their peace seriously. So yeah, so we have some, and we have
Do they like patrol or
they patrol. We have a patrol car. We have about 4 security, and they come anytime we have our events. When we're there working and milling around in the village, they have their different shifts. They have uniforms and everything.
Oh my God, Mama, you got a whole operation.
I got an operation
here.
Rocki.
You do, and I just admire that. So, Mama Shu, were those your only 2 children?
No, I have 4 beautiful children.
Okay.
My eldest is Aziza. She's 34.
Okay.
And my second, my daughter, Kafi, is 28.
Oh, okay. So you had 2 boys and 2 girls.
2 boys and 2 girls. Yep. And the 2 boys are ancestors.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh
my
God.
My beautiful girls still.
I admire that, your perseverance. My husband and I was like, how do you go on though? How do you keep going despite what's happened?
So, well, I go with the understanding that, Chinyelu and Jacoby, everybody has their own individual journeys as souls and everything. And so, they were just there for 23 years for Chinyelu and 2 years, 1 month and 6 days old for Jacoby. And so that's something that I have to understand. So to me, you got to learn detachment, and so, so that was it. That's your time.
And realize that it's a purpose.
Yeah.
For
It's just like, I'm like, okay, then
yeah.
y'all, back with the ancestors and everything. So, but to say that I don't think about it every single day and every single moment, I can't never say that. I do. Every single moment, every single day, I think about them. I think about their whole physicalness, their whole beingness, and all of that relates to what you can touch and actually feel, and just all of that. I miss that part of them, the alive part, a lot. But I'm able to connect with them in the heavens. So I still raise my sons in the heavens. I still do a lot of things that I create is because I am their mother, and I am Chinyelu, and I am Jacoby still. Like our energies and our DNA, everything, it's just, that's me and I'm them, so part of them is still here and it lives in me. And so, I act out doing stuff that I know that, those boys have running in their spirits.
I love that as a mother, because that's
my mama still.
Listen, as a mother,
they born, and whether even they're in the grave,
baby,
it's still the same feeling. It's all there. Like,
I tell my kids, no matter how old you get, you gonna be my child, and I'm gonna be your mother, no matter what. Okay, ends. And my husband, like, you will protect them kids, even from you. Yes, they're my babies. Listen. I told my daughter, you not just because she's 20, and when we getting older. We she's a hybrid adult, and she is. I am proud of her. I'm proud of you, Sydney. But she's traveling with some friends this weekend to Chicago to celebrate one of their birthdays.
Okay, have fun, Sydney.
Y'all just pray Jesus. Me and her daddy in the car, like, now who you going with? Who driving? What time y'all going with? And we know that she's grown, she responsible, but still, you not you still an adult. I mean, you still are a person. Things can happen, and you just, as you said, it's a blessing. Just your children are here, and just as a mother, that never goes away. That spirit. So I do commend you for carrying that on, and I do believe that their energy is and their spirits are protecting that space. In a sense, you can just tell, because when I was watching the video too, I was like, you can just really tell. It's just like a certain energy, and I need to come to the homework house and
Come,
visit.
I'll give you a tour.
I love that. So, women, let's talk about, because I love how you do stuff for the children and the adults. The wine and thing, wine and wangs, y'all. Now, Mama Shoe is black. She blackity black. I love that. I love the wine and wangs. Let's see if we can pull up a clip from that. But let's talk about wine and wangs.
Oh my God, wine and wings. We do that once a month. The theme changes every month. We have reggae. We have house music. We have poetry. Our last one, which was what was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. We had Aisha Ellis Trio. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so it was a very good time. So we change up. It's $15, and all the proceeds go towards the homework house and also the athletic department that we're building up. So it's just our monthly fundraiser right there. We changed the homework house into a juke joint at night. We invite all the musicians coming on in and everything, and we have our glasses of wine and everything. Yep, and it's BYOB, so it's a good time for adults to come in and just chill.
I love that. So we're gonna go into a little. This is just a little clip from the Avalon, and by the way, y'all, make sure y'all follow. It's the Avalon Village.
The Avalon Village on Instagram.
Let's bring up this quick little clip from her story, y'all, so y'all can just get a little taste. So of what we need to do next week. I mean, next month. As we pulling it up, shout out to Aisha Ellis, a phenomenal percussionist, drummer. That pace. Come on, bass.
Well, he was tearing it up. I was right there. Hey, homework house. Look at that.
That's the hype house right there. Something, the grown folks' house. Listen, go to sleep, kids. Go to sleep. I love that. And I love the energy.
Thank you.
That's a grown folks' time.
Grown folks' time. We even open it up for community events. If somebody wants to do a baby shower there, if they want to do some type of workshop there, all of that. The homework house is a space for that.
I love it.
The basketball court, too. Folks can come and utilize that for tournaments and different things like that. Ooh. We are getting fencing, and we are getting bleachers delivered in.
I love it. So wait a minute,
so excited
Mama
about that, man. I've been working on that.
Who funding all this? Like, what you? I know you just got all these grants. I know you got to get tons of grants, and I mean, who wouldn't want to help? But still, I know it's I know it's a labor of love.
It is, and I don't get tons of grants either. I wish that was the case. I don't give tons of grants, but I'm kind of frugal. I'm frugal with how I build, and like if I know what certain things. I know if I get a chunk of money, or it's specific. Some grants are specific. A lot of fundraising, a lot of donations from all over the world. People can sign up for reoccurring donations if they like. They can go do one-time donations. People connect us to different grants and everything. Like, what, this would be good. You want to do sports and all of that. Get the basketball court. It came out of a Generator Z grant, and it was for like $67,000. This was a couple of years ago, and that's what we used it for. We just got a beautiful court.
That court is nice.
Oh,
I love those
the
colors.
Court is top notch. Okay, and so
and y'all about to get some bleachers now too. Listen, let's go.
50 seaters, 2 of them. So that means 100 seats, metal with the railings and the backings to them. So It's not just
For
you
real,
just
for
sit up-
real.
Oh, they for real,
For real.
And I've been looking at. Oh yeah. And I've
Listen.
been looking at those for like 3 years. I got the post-it note in the catalog, and it's right there on my desk, ain't it, Roy? I'm like, I gotta call these people so we can get them because they weigh tons and everything, and it's like 6 weeks. I'm like, okay, so now we got a grant to be able to finish that off, courtesy of the Russell Foundation.
I love
So
that.
that was kind of cool. So yeah, and other than that, I sold fish sandwiches, used my own check from work. That's what I did.
Hey,
Yep, income tax check, everything. I'm getting this, getting
listen.
that. Facebook Marketplace. That is where I got a lot of the furniture at for
Okay.
the homework house. And even before it was built, I just was saving it up. I would just go and pack it away. This is what I want, artwork and all. I wanted this is gonna go in the homework house. So when it was time to finally finish it, it took about 5 years and some change. Officially opened September the 23rd, 2023. But you know, we still was doing stuff in there.
Well, I was about to say, I thought the homework house was you had been doing that had been open for a while.
Yeah, well, officially open with the proper paperwork and inspection.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, because I know we talked. Because see, we spoke around 2022 when I was with Black. Around 2021. When I was with, and I remember the homework house, but I see what you're saying now. It's official.
Yeah,
official,
it was totally official because so it was still being built on. It wasn't totally finished.
Oh, okay.
And actually, right now, the total last thing that we're getting right now is I'm getting a backup battery. It's being installed as we speak.
Like a generator?
Yes, like but it's solar. So basically, if the lights go out or for anything that happens with the grid and everything, we're still able to store solar and we're still able to have classes and folks can still charge up their phones and their computers and really can they'll still be able to have a space where there is light.
I love that. My daughter would love that because she's into environmental issues and climate change. Honey, yeah, she want to be a policy maker, so she's all into the solar power. And she was trying to get us to. If you still on here, Sid, it was some type of heater that she was trying us to get instead of using your furnace. It's some type of solar powered heater or something. I can't remember the term, but I love that. So what do you envision? Will Avalon Village ever be complete?
I think it will. I think
Look at Roy like she gonna think of something.
Yeah, I think it will.
It ain't gonna never be finished, is it? I love it because I was like, it's so much that you keep building, and I was like, it's just like you do one thing, and then it's just like.
Well, there's 4 blocks of Avalon Street.
Okay.
So we're on the first block between Woodward and 2nd. So basically that's my downtown in my head. The 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th block, which is right across Hamilton, it's just a little short block. I just envision new housing and new families coming in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on now. I'm working on new affordable housing, some market rate housing to be able to build over there in that space. But the thing about the village is that it was created to be infectious so that you can see exactly how you can transform blight to beauty, how you can transform something that you think that is no good anymore. You can actually see it. And I mean, Avalon Street was just beat down in the ground. No, it was.
You got before pictures. I know you got. I know in the video they had a cut before and after the house.
When I tell you, I was like, oh my god.
I can understand. I'm from Detroit, so I understand like the city period. How we have a lot of
mattresses and just everything. And so all littered of that stuff had to actually be cleaned up first. Yeah. That was my thing. The first few years, clean up. And then I did the park. The park was able to be done right away, but it's still, and that even evolved. Now we have his picture there. The headstone is there. I didn't put it at the cemetery. It's there at the park. We got a gazebo. We got a amphitheater, benches, a brand new fire pit that was built in there. So the park is coming along fine.
I love it.
So yeah,
we're gonna have some concerts there. You said
we already have concerts every year. We have Reggae in the Hood, 13 years. My son's birthday. Yep. Jacoby's birthday. We get ready to do the spring bonfire. Chinyelu's birthday is 4/11, so that's coming up. That's our first.
Aries, activity.
I love it. He's a ram.
I love it. Wait a minute, are you still having the summer camps? Because when we last spoke, you were doing a summer camp.
Yes, I am. We still do. Actually, we're doing our 13th annual Hood camp Been doing that for 13 years. We're doing our 8th annual music camp with Mike Mumford and Aisha Ellis. She was our
Ooh.
assistant director, music director. Mike
I
Mumford was the
love it.
director, and he has some wonderful music too, because we getting both of them together. He plays the
Yeah.
saxophone. Oh, we can't wait.
I've heard of both. I mean, I've heard of him, but
yeah,
I know
Mike is
Aisha
something
better.
else too. So we gonna
Yeah.
so now we're gonna do a jazz in the hood. So there's another concert, and we doing blues too.
Ooh.
I want to do those 3 this summer.
Keep me posted, Mama Shoe,
I
for
will.
real.
I will.
Seriously, I'm serious.
Festivals. We had a Hungry Black Man. He'll be there again.
Yes, y'all had
Yep.
a whole festival last
August
year, right?
10th.
Yeah.
He'll be here August the 10th. Another food festival. Yeah, it'll be dedicated in Chef Max's name.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Rest
it'll
in
be
peace to
it's just
him.
going to be a beautiful occasion.
I love
Yep.
that. So, Mama Shoe, since this is Women's History Month, who are some women who have impacted you? Because I know you impacting women.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I told people you're gonna be on the show, they're like, Mama Shoe, yes. I'm like, yes, girl. Mama Shoe gonna be on there. Listen. And even the fellas too. But I was like, Joe, you know Mama Shoe? He was like, no. I was like, I know you know who Mama Shoe is. I love it. So who are some women who've impacted you?
So here's some women that have impacted me. I would say when I'm gonna start when I was a little girl. Obviously, and maybe not obviously, because sometimes people don't connect with my mother. My mother, just number one. But some of the elders that I would listen to, my grandmother would listen to Martha Jean the Queen. And she would listen to and Mother Waddles. And I remember Mother Waddles' work when I was younger. I'm like,
yes.
I really like how she doing things, just helping. I just loved it. I love with feeding folks and everything, and just helping with the children and the whole the car charity, all of that. And Martha Jean the Queen, we would listen to her religiously on the radio.
Yes, one of my radio role models.
Yes. So when I'm sitting up here hearing this as a little girl, the stuff that she was talking about. So I would say later on, Mommy Monty Humphrey. I would say Io Hunter. Those are with the Kabaz Center right there on Mack and Mount Elliott.
Ooh, that's I grew up back in Van Dyke.
Yep.
Yes.
So I would go there. So those are some of the women. Those are their ancestors now, actually. All of them. But yeah, those were the ones that I can know that embedded in my mind. And I really, and I talk about this too. I really had to sit down and like, and I remember I was like, man, I used to listen to these sisters on, and these ladies was just talking some stuff and they was doing their thing and everything. And so I connected with that. And along with just the love for beauty inside and out, feeling that we deserve to live in a beautiful space, a beautiful place, and to be secure.
We deserve nice
and have
things.
all of the beautiful eclectic shops and stuff that are all in the other cities that are right down the road, from us, or either downtown, which is just so beautiful down there. So we're right here in Highland Park, right here. How come we can't be the same?
Exactly.
And I think that more attention needs to go into the neighborhoods, because they are the foundation for growth and development and friendships and socialization and just all of that prosperity. The little grocery stores and stuff was in the neighborhoods. It was schools. Everything was just so vibrant and lively and healthy. And so that's what I want to do: rebuild that, get that feeling.
Right, when you can go from neighbor to neighbor house, when you could walk up to the store and get quality food and quality meats and just, I love that. Yeah,
and one of our goals is to be what they would call old fashioned still. We just it's our job to. You need to see the old school before that becomes obscure.
Yes.
And that's what I want. I want y'all to know. Here goes some of this. I know it's some things that are watered down right now, and they may be different. And not saying that that's good or bad, but I want you to get a taste of, some old school type stuff. Yep, and feelings and being self-sufficient and growing and building your businesses and just showing folks how you can really do that to children, elders, all of that.
Definitely, because we do still, and I'm glad that, and that's part of what I admire about you. And I wouldn't even say like those old school values, but just values that uphold us and sustain us. I don't even like calling them old school anymore, because I believe no matter how much new stuff comes along, the more they change, the more they stay the same. It's
Mhm.
certain fundamentals
Mhm.
that stay in place.
Yes.
Like as I
Well, we like
tell
the
my kids,
fundamentals.
you're right. Just reading and writing will never go out of style. 1 +
Family.
1 is always going to be 2.
Family
Comes
protection.
first. Exactly. Even though
Yes.
they piss you off,
Yeah.
that's still your family. You still come together. When you see a child hungry, you ask. And that's as a mother, like when my son has friends come over, I'm always like, "What y'all gonna eat?" That's the first thing in my head. Like, what I'm gonna feed these kids?
Mhm.
And they be like, "You ain't got. We not hungry." No, but still, I need to have something here for you because that's my grandma in me. Like always having something for the kids running around outside. Y'all running around out there. It's 80 degrees. Come on, get some water, get some Kool-Aid or something, and just when you see a child. And children will seek it out from you. They'll
Mhm.
seek it out from you, and we have to be open to that. We've really lost that old school grandmas who my grandma washed her greens in the washing machine, y'all. By the way,
Mhm.
yes, my grandma
They
was
were
one of
really
them.
clean.
She would put the little baking soda in there with the water,
Wow.
and I miss that cohesiveness,
Mhm.
and where if you got in trouble. I'm about to spank your little tail. I'm gonna ring you up, and that's what kids know. And I think that's why kids gravitate towards our home because they know it's going to be structure. They know
Mhm.
it's going to be love and discipline. You're gonna eat some good food here
Mhm.
too. So, what would you recommend if someone wanted to do what you're doing, Mama Shoe, in their neighborhood? What advice would you give them?
I would say 3 things to them. I would say, first of all, don't ever figure that you have to have all the money to do anything. You can do things just if it's in your heart to do. If you're passionate about it, then that's where it's all going to start. The money is always going to come. You just need to be able to do the thing and be disciplined and follow through and be focused on what it is that you want to do. The
Yeah.
second thing I would say is always go with your plan A. Never think about a plan B. Plan B takes away from plan A.
Mm,
The energy you wasted energy on plan B because you don't trust what? Plan A enough?
mm,
That means that what you have to do, maybe you may have to do a little amendments to plan A, but plan A is good. If that's what you want, that's what you feel that's solid, then you do that. You may have some deviations, you may have to amend some things, but still stay on that plan A road.
mm.
And then the last thing is to have no fear. Because I sit here and I have no fear at all. The worst things have happened. I thought that when losing Jacoby first, the 2-year-old, was the worst day like a parent could ever imagine, and it was. And then I lost my other son, Chinyelu. So I didn't know that feeling right there. That went away because the worst. So what else can be worse? Losing another one. And so his name means invincible too. And so I don't worry about that because the worst to me, I'm just saying me. I mean, I'm not afraid of my own mortality or anything. Just nobody wants to lose their kids. Nobody want to have that on their heads, and they don't.
Mm.
And I'm sitting here saying that that is something that no parent will ever want to have on their head to be able to think about every moment. So right now, since that happened, that means that I'm just a badass.
Right, because you still standing.
Yeah.
You still standing. Hey, Jervis. Jervis Canty said, "Hey, Rocky and Mama Shoe." Oh
Hey,
my
Jervis.
goodness. Wow. Yeah, because as a mother, because I've told my kids, like, I will kill someone over you. Like
Yeah.
I told my daughter,
Yeah.
like, I'm serious. I will, because like I told her, just because you're an adult,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool and all, but still things happen to you. And especially as a young Black woman out here, no one really looks when we go missing. It's our family does,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't see the big hoopah on CNN or MSNBC or just the local news like it is when other children go missing and just women, period. So I just really feel like a lot of times we're vulnerable, but I feel like as well that we are invincible in a sense, figuratively, because it's like we do so many unbelievable things.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mama Shu, you doing so many, and I love how you just I see that same that determination in you. Like I'll be like, this is gonna happen. Like you be like, my husband would be like, you think everything's supposed to? Yes, I do. That
Yeah.
is going to happen. Like I need this. Yep. Because God didn't give you that vision for no reason.
Right.
He didn't put it on your heart. It's not something that's tugging and nagging at
Mm-hmm.
you. And those ideas are not popping into your head for no reason. So I commend what you're doing, Mama Shu. Please tell people where they can find you.
Okay.
Avalon Village. What's next? It seems like you have something coming up next Thursday. I saw. Are you speaking at something, or it was something I want to say with Wayne County Community
Oh yeah,
College,
Wayne County
or
Community College.
yeah.
Yes.
I know
Um,
you do so much stuff.
yeah. So my friend and colleague Rodney Patrick, he was city council man for many years in Highland Park. Anyway, he invited me for a career day to come talk to his class, and so I'll be doing that on the 28th.
I
I
love
do a
it.
couple of fun things, just going through and having conversations and different tours and having folks, groups of colleges come to the village and talk about urban planning and
Right.
different
Yes.
things like that, and architecture and just green energy and all of that. So it's
Right.
really a good time.
I love it. You know what? I'm
If-
gonna bring my daughter by there because she would love to
yeah,
see
bring her
that.
by. Bring her by. But if anybody wants to get in touch with us, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, if you want to even grab something off the wish list for us, just go to www.theavalonvillage.org. We're on Instagram and we're also on Facebook as well. You can also commit to a monthly donation if you like to have it reoccurring. You could do a one-time donation. We have several categories in which you may choose to give. You may even want to just put some snacks from Costco's on the
Right.
porch. All of that is
Yes.
really okay.
Mhm.
And we really appreciate it.
I'll definitely be dropping some by and
Okay.
donating, Mama Shu.
Thank
And I
you.
love how your presence on social media too, how the little quirky videos. Listen, I'm here for all of
Girl,
it.
I be
I'm here.
having a good
I be
time.
watching Mama Shu like get it in. I love it. And see, that's the advantage now with social media. We can bring attention to what we're doing. And I love how you go into the career day and you're not like some rich famous person. You showing kids that really this is truly how you make an impact.
Right.
It's not about
This
the
is in
money
your
you make.
neighborhood. Yep.
Right. It's really not. I mean, you need money to get
Yeah.
stuff done. We know. But when you have a will, a
Mhm.
way is gonna come. And I really, like I said, I see that same similarity because just like what I've done in my career and just in life, I sit back and I'm like, God, I don't know how I did that,
Mhm.
but it got done because I just you just have a blind. You be like, yep, this is okay. Well, you told me no, I'm gonna find somebody who's gonna tell me yes.
I
I'm
do
gonna
want to
figure out how to do it.
I do want to add that all of this is possible too. I have a wonderful team. I have a wonderful team. I have a wonderful team, wonderful marketing team, event coordinator Malika Shabazz, creatress Co, just Robin, who has been my PR coordinator since 2016. Robin Swartz,
Alright.
thank you. Boniswa Brock, who is our educational director, garden diva. I mean, it's just the whole team. Roy, the ground supervisor, just everybody. I hope I didn't. Oh, my daughter, Furu Farms. We have a farm that we're doing. The garden diva. She does all of the fruits and vegetables and makes the whole village beautiful. When the flowers, when you see the flowers, we have this talk about what actual flowers that we want in the village, and then we go ahead and it's just so beautiful. But any and everybody, there's a team, and the team is getting stronger and stronger. So I really appreciate them and their energy, and I appreciate my dude too. Oh, and Anthony, Anthony. Oh yes, little Anthony, Corey, Antoine, Tone, all of them.
I love
Look,
it.
you know, I gotta give everybody. Hey,
Listen,
can I give a shout out to? Wait a minute, I
listen,
can't. No.
everybody. We love everybody.
Thank you, y'all.
Okay, I love it. I love it because you gotta you. And again, it takes a village.
Yes,
It truly does.
yes,
I believe in that because you
yes.
can't do things on your own. You can't do things if you really want to be successful. You really need to have other people.
Oh, my sister Angel,
Lord,
Lord.
let's
Angel,
make sure
love
we
you,
get them all
Sus.
in.
Yes.
Please. Seriously, because people at those times, sometimes it's moments where you need someone to stand in the gap for you.
Mhm.
And everything is not our lane. I've learned that, like, you know what? I'm going to let you handle that because that's your lane. And that's the blessing when God surrounds us with those people. So I want to end on the favorites. I always like to end on a fun note. And I thank everyone for watching. Next week, we will have Anshia Bryceland Crooms. She is a talent booker and a manager. So continuing or wrapping up, I should say, Women's History Month with another phenomenal woman. But I wanted to ask your favorite. So we're gonna do 5 favorites, Mama Shu. Okay, so let's start. Favorite food.
Favorite food? I like crab.
Ooh. Like crab legs or like lump crab cakes?
Well, I like crab legs,
Mhm. Okay. What about your favorite movie or TV show?
Monk.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's a TV show, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
he's a quirky detective.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay. Favorite place in Detroit besides Avalon Village?
Indian Village.
Ooh, that's a good one. I
That's my
grew up.
favorite.
That is a gem.
Yes,
I
it
grew up
is.
not too far from there. I was in the hood though. I was
Mhm.
about 3-4 blocks towards the. Okay. Favorite travel destination?
My favorite travel that I've been to, or do I want to go to?
Either one. You can pick with either one.
Yeah, I want to take a trip to Costa Rica. I've been
Ooh.
to Africa and some other. I just want to go somewhere different and check it
Yeah.
out.
Now
I know a
Africa
couple
is
of
on
people
my
there.
bucket list.
Yeah,
Ooh, I bet it was
I
beautiful.
got some friends there, and they threatening like, you should come, you should come. So I think that's on the
Yeah,
list.
Costa Rica. Yes, that sounds beautiful. I love it. And your favorite accessory?
Oh, my favorite accessory. Well, right now, my favorite accessory is, well, I do like my ring right here too, but my
I love
favorite,
it.
hey,
That's the same
bling,
thing.
bling,
I
bling,
love
bling,
it.
2
Listen,
carats. No,
listen.
4.19
I love it. And they still newlyweds, by the way. It's been about a year. But I love that's the same thing Allison Vaughn said her wedding ring was her favorite accessory. Okay.
But my favorite accessory, my friend Zakia, she gave me, I call her Za Baby. She gave me a necklace, and it has a moon on it.
Mm,
And it's a double chain, and I wrap it around my neck, but I have a moon, and it has like some diamond studs in it.
mm.
I love that necklace. That's like one of my favorites.
I
So I
love
kind of put that on because I like chokers.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite accessories.
Oh, I love it. And I see your earrings are like
Yeah,
half moons.
I
as
like
well.
moons. Yeah, I do. I
love
got
it.
plenty of them too, all different like
Wait.
kinds, silver, black, encrusted with gems and everything.
I love
Yeah.
it. Are some of those available at the Goddess Market?
Yep.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, let me come get
Not these, but I do have moon earrings.
Okay. Okay. So my last question. How did you get the name Mama Shoe?
Mama Shoe. So in our community, all the women, so you would be called Mama Rocki. The men is Baba, that means
Okay.
father. So that's how I got it, Mama Shoe. So I'm
Okay.
Mama Shoe, just like you, Mama Rocki. That's
Mhm.
Baba Roy, and so that's my name, Shu. And Shu is the Egyptian god of the air.
Mm.
I'm an air sign too, Libra.
Oh yes, Libra. I
Mhm.
love that's why I love your energy. Libra get Aries together because we the opposite.
I know.
And y'all so
My
calm and
son,
oh my,
Chinyelu,
I know
boy.
you're but
Woo, that's what we was just such. But I'm telling you, we were just such a beautiful team.
yes.
But I just understood his
Yes, you do. Y'all do.
fiery ways and
Yes, y'all
everything. I'd
do.
be like, son, just whoa.
Yeah.
And I swear, and you're right. I was just like, I was
You
a
even
Sal
him
for
out.
him. I
Mhm.
was. I
Yeah.
really was.
Y'all do.
Mhm.
Libras, y'all do get us together. Y'all do. And I love that common energy. And y'all love beautiful things and y'all have
Mhm.
beautiful minds.
Mhm.
Libras do a lot of times. So I love it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up. I know we just go. I know Joe, like, listen.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Joe.
Okay. So y'all know when we get to talking though. That's why I told Mama Shu we go it's gonna be just a girlfriend talk. But again, I thank you, Mama Shu, for coming and your time. Please know you are a friend of the show, and this is not goodbye. This is see you later.
Thank you,
Please let's
Rocky.
stay in touch, and I'm definitely going to be dropping by.
And thank you
Avalon
for having
Village.
us.
You're
We really
welcome.
appreciate it. And thank you for the invite. And
You're
I
welcome.
always love to come here with my brothers and sisters.
I love it.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. See everyone next week for Rocky's Reality. Thank you.